1978 Casuals, here with Willie, owner O'Brien's Pub out here in Santa Monica. Willie, what'd you make of the match?
Good. Any game we win is a good game as far as I'm concerned. Defensively, they look really organised, very well in the back. I thought they did great. Dalot, obviously man of the match. He's the one that put the ball over for Bruno for the goal, and he pretty much held them in check, I think, for most of the game. We're looking good. We got a good base in the back. Casemiro, was nice to see him come on. I'd like to see what he's going to do in the future.
Yeah, so you said Dalot was the man of the match. I was telling English over here, kind of almost forget that was a Mourinho signing. He's been at the club for a while, and now he's kind of, whether it's Ten Hag's influence or he's finally starting to, because he's still kind of a young lad, you know, he's still kind of developing his game, but it's nice to see him start to sort of click in all the...
I mean, it's one other thing to see that, where's he been for the last 2 years? This guy's been languishing on the bench for 2 years. All they had him and didn't know how to use him. He had a bunch of other players that he bought. He didn't know how to use these guys. So, I mean, you know, it's just one more thing that shows we've been probably badly mismanaged for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and so Dalot, man of the match. Who? Any other standouts for you? I know there's a couple times where I was like, oh, Rashford's still on the pitch, or yeah. You know what I mean? No. There's a couple guys that were kind of anonymous and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, the downside of that game, it just highlighted again Rashford, Sancho, and Langa. None of them really showed anything the first time. So we do still have a lot of problems up front. When Ronaldo came on, he looked better actually than any of them. He's running faster. He looks like he's got more energy. He looks like he's more determined than the other three. So, I mean, I'd like to see Anthony come this week. Like to see actually might shake up the other three. Elanga looks like he has a lot of energy, but it's just not there.
Needs to develop a little more. He's still, what is he, 19, 20? He's still very, very young. There's still some time. Hopefully, you know, one of the things that I like about Ten Hag is his history of developing young players. So hopefully, you know, Elanga can sort of sprout into...
I think O'Brien's is a proper pub. It was good to meet Willie. Never met him before. It was a good pub. As for the match, I think it was a well thought out match. Southampton is always a hard team to play against, and I think there was a bunch of holes in the midfield, which Casemiro filled in the latter parts of the match. But going forward, I definitely think that we still need to sign a midfield. McTominay was okay today. I don't think he is the right fit for us. I think he needs to go on loan, or we need to sell him. And Elanga I mean, he's really young. I understand that. I think he needs to go out on loan, and we need to buy another winger, and as in Anthony. And other than that, our defense was amazing. Dalot, man of the match. Martinez, second man of the match. They were deadbolt. They locked it down. De Gea had really good saves, and Malacia definitely a winger, left back winger that was definitely pressing, and if he lost the ball, he came back on defense and took the ball back. I think our defense is locked in. Sorry to say Maguire needs to go, or he's just going to ride the bench and play FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, maybe in Europa. But for Premier League, I think we have our back four. And moving forward, we just need to fix our passing is a little awry. We need to fix our passing, but other than that, it was a well-fought match and good result. Blazers out.